for tracking civilian drones, all while the Pentagon has okayed a new policy which allows the military to shoot down private or commercial drones which are deemed a threat. RT's Trinity Chavez has more.
With the use of drones becoming increasingly popular, the Pentagon has issued guidelines that would allow the military to destroy, disable, and otherwise seize drones flying near U.S. military bases. The guidelines issued Friday are meant to help installations keep their personnel and equipment safe if faced with a new reality. The policy outlines the rules of engagement for a base when a private or commercial drone is approaching upon its airspace. This after classified policy documents were issued in early July for how the military can counter drone threats. A spokesperson for the U.S. Department of Defense told RT that military installations retain the right of self-defense when it comes to UAVs or drones. He said in a statement the Department of Defense is committed to the safety and security of our personnel, installations, and equipment, as well as communities near our DoD installations. We support civilian law enforcement investigations and the prosecution of unauthorized UAS operations over military installations. Although we will not discuss our specific force protection measures, DoD personnel retain the right of self-defense. In April, drone flights over 133 U.S. military facilities were banned because of security concerns. Currently, the Federal Aviation Administration is working on rules that would require drones to be registered and tracked. In June, the FAA established an aviation rulemaking committee that will help the agency create standards for remotely identifying and tracking so-called rogue drones. While the full requirements have yet to be determined, the idea is to give police officers on the ground the identity of a drone's operator in the same way a car's license plate can be tracked back to the owner. The agency says, whose drone is that? It's a critical question for law enforcement and Homeland Security when an unmanned aircraft, UAS, appears to be flying in an unsafe manner or where it's not supposed to fly. Kenji Sugahara, who owns companies that fly drones for farmers and filmmakers, and also policy director for the Drone User Group Network, told Bloomberg, "I don't want to be tracked everywhere. People are very worried about their personal privacy." The FAA is considering related issues as well as other matters pertaining to the tracking and identification of drones, like air traffic management and possible legal considerations. Reporting in New York, Trinity Chavez, RT.